Okay, so one sad truth is time is always moving. I literally will never understand why some people wait until the next year to start working on themselves. I mean, it could possibly be that it feels like you'll have exactly 12 months in the year, so you start in January and you work yourself up, and you hope that you can follow through on your dreams and your goals and your inspirations. But this video is actually created for the ones that want to start right now. They don't want to wait until January 1st, but they want to start now, and they believe in themselves, because you don't have to wait until January 1st to start working on yourself. You could actually start now and keep going. Everybody has their own time. Hey everyone, I am Ananda Sharma and I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk all about how you can create habits in order to build momentum and create ways for you to reinvent yourself while also investing in yourself. So let's jump straight into this video and let's talk all about those habits that you can create. What's holding you back from your true identity and your true self is you are making 100 excuses on why you do not want to change all those characteristics right now. And in this video, we're going to talk about ways we can actually recreate ourselves right now. Because, sometimes I'm even guilty of creating excuses. Like, it's kind of like when your friends are like, hey, let's all go out and let's, go do something that you don't want to do. Like, you've already made up your mind. Your friend is like, hey, let's go out and let's do this. And you're like, oh, well, I don't have a babysitter, and it's kind of true, but kind of not. It's kind of like, well, I could ask that person, but I'm not going to, right? So we create excuses, and our mind just creates all these facts, and we kind of back it up in our mind, and we say, oh, that we can't actually change right now. But the truth is, you can change right now. And it all starts with your mind. So we're gonna go straight into this video and we're gonna talk about all the ways that you can change, you can reinvent yourself, and you don't have to feel like you are holding back or that you can't do it right now. Maybe you don't know where to start, but that's why I'm here, and I'm gonna be your big sis, and I'm gonna help you through this process of reinventing yourself and creating that mindset in order to create those micro habits. Okay, so one sad truth is time is always moving. So even if you would like time to just stop for you and you want to go ahead and take your time and, say maybe next year I'll get better. Well, unfortunately, the longer you wait, the longer you are not mastering your craft, you are not mastering yourself, and you're not putting effort in. And to be honest, a lot of things do not happen overnight, as they can seem as if they did happen overnight, and that person got success overnight, and that person, has all of these materialistic things because they, just woke up out of their bed and it just fell on their lap. That is not the case for most. For most, you do have to create habits, and you do have to go out and take action in order to create your future. So it's so important to stop making excuses and start now. Because when you start now, you make all those mistakes, and next year, you're going to rock that year. You're going to be the best version of yourself. So let's make the mistakes now, and let's learn from our mistakes and go ahead and make that video. If it's that video that you want to put out, if it's that fitness class that you're thinking about taking but you're not sure because you are insecure about how you look, like you don't want to walk into the class, just do it. And when you look back at yourself in a year from now, you're going to be unrecognizable. So you want to take action and do it, because making mistakes is part of everybody's process, whether you saw it or not. It's so important to start now and create those habits in order for them to be a part of your life, a part of your routine. Because if you don't start and you just hope that one day you'll just be that person that you want to be and you'll just magically get these things that you want to acquire, it's not going to happen that way, because it takes practice, it takes consistency to really see results or even obtaining something. So it's so important to go out and just do these things that you want to do. And we're gonna look at some things that we can do right now. Unfortunately, it's so easy for us to continue our bad habits and be in our comfort zone. And when we get into those zones, it's really hard to get out of it. But think about it. Do you really want to be in that zone? Do you really want to continue being that person that you are right now? If you are, then that's okay. You know, obviously you feel like you've gotten to your best era, but for most of us, there is room for improvement. And we do have to start now. So we do have to make those changes. We do have to reflect on who we are and what we want. And on top of that, when you reach your goals and you check something off your list, that definitely creates dopamine in your brain, and it helps you, feel great about yourself, but it also builds confidence. And confidence is so important because that's one of the key factors that's going to determine how you go out into the world, how you feel about yourself. So let's be honest, the only thing that's actually stopping you is yourself. It is the truth. That is what is stopping you from becoming that person that you want to become. It's yourself, it's your mind, and we're going to change that in this video. So before we actually go into this video, I do want us to take one moment in order for us to hit that button right over here, or I think it's here, and hit that subscribe button. And make sure you guys follow me for any tips on, reinventing yourself and all of that, because I am your little big sis. So I'm going to help you guys through the process. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button under here, and make sure you guys hit that notification so you can get more videos about reinventing yourself and just all of the journey and the process. I remember when I was going on my journey to reinventing myself, first thing I did was unpack everything. So I just kind of unpacked, went through my closet, went through my kitchen, went through my drawers and everything, and just took anything that did not serve who I wanted to be, and also anything that was used and I really didn't need it anymore, that was empty, who knows. But decluttering anything that does not kind of align with who you are is going to create this light feeling for you. You're going to feel like, you know what, I feel lighter, everything's organized, I know where everything is, and I'm ready to actually enter that era of being the best version of myself. But in order for you to feel like that, you're going to have to declutter. You're going to have to go into that mindset of really feeling lighter and feeling like you are ready and ready for that journey. So in order for you to create that, you have to go through your clothes, throw out the clothes, or donate. I did donations, and I feel so great when I do donations because I feel like I'm doing something great for others, and I'm also doing something great for my mind, and it really helps me to get rid of anything that I don't need by donating it. There are things that you no longer need because you need to feel lighter. What I did was I took my planner out and I started to plan out my week. I gave myself only a week, and then you can also break it in different compartments so you can talk about the major goal, your main purpose of what you want to achieve. And then you can break down your week and add notes into your week about the things that you want to do. So maybe you want to finally sign up for that fitness class, which that was a struggle for me because I was like, oh, I'm just so comfortable with working out at home. Well, that's great, but signing up for a fitness class is going to really make you go to those classes and make you work out, because guess what? You are paying a membership fee. So I'm pretty sure you don't want to be paying a membership fee and not going to the gym. So things like that will definitely kind of be that push, that drive to go to the gym. Also, you can get a gym buddy, but I don't really recommend gym buddies, because when you're doing the gym, when you're going to the gym, it should be something that you are doing to self-improve yourself. And it's great to have people involved, but what happens if those people aren't around? So it's important to do it with yourself, and then you can go ahead and add gym buddies and stuff like that to your journey. But it is so important to go ahead and make that list. So you want to take your planner out in your calendar and just start to make notes and, go through your list of things that you want to do. Add it per week. If you want to add one thing like going to the gym, next week you want to maybe there's something that you want to do on your list, you want to add it week by week so it's not so stressful. And then you want to write your major goal on that planner or on that list, because you want to be reminded of why you started, because sometimes it's really hard to continue going when you don't really know why. So it's so important for you to sit down and really truly reflect on why you are doing this in the first place. So another thing is you want to break up your goals into maybe fitness, something physical that you'd like to improve about yourself, maybe something financial. You also want to maybe something personal, like maybe you want to finally take that class that you really wanted to take, and it's something that is fun, something fun to do, and you want to do it, but you're like, oh, I don't know when. Those are so important to put them on a list, and then slowly you can just kind of pinpoint them and put them into your calendar. So even if you said you're going to go on Tuesday and you don't go, at least you can have that down, and that was your first step, and then you can move it down to the next week. But it's so important to go ahead and make those goals. For example, if you're trying to save like $3,000 in 3 months, and that might be a lot, so you probably need 1,000, but then you kind of get overwhelmed because you're like, oh my God, where am I going to get the extra $1,000? Because I need 3,000 extra in 3 months. You can always look at it like, well, I can't get to that goal, but if I start today, I'll be able to get to half of that goal, or even like a quarter of that goal, whatever you're able to break it down to. So it's so important for you to right now jot down those goals and look at them as realistic, because whatever you believe that you could do is what your mind starts to create for you. So if you want to maybe save up $5,000 in 6 months or a year, you can make that goal become realistic by being realistic on how much you can save, and it gets your mind thinking. Maybe you think that you can only save 100 or 200 this month, but then you break it down and say, well, I do have this that I will be able to do, and I do have this that I can take off, and you really get to see what you're really truly working with. So it's so important for us to go back and plan things out, look at our calendar, write what we need to do, because sometimes we get overwhelmed and we think that it's so impossible for us to meet those goals. It's so impossible for us to do these things. And when we actually start, it helps you build momentum, and you're like really excited because you're jotting down the things you're doing, you're checking it off the list. It's creating that confidence that you need because you believe in yourself now. So the most important thing to do is start. Once you get that confidence and you know that you would love to just keep going, and you start to feel that crash and you start to compare yourself, reset your mindset. It's so important for you to reset your mindset, those moments that you feel those crashes and that you feel like, you know what, maybe this goal is unrealistic. Maybe this goal is not going to be obtainable. Maybe you just might need to add a few months, because sometimes we start to compare ourselves, we start looking at social media, and we start saying, oh, we can't achieve these goals because, it's not happening now. And we're constantly reminded of those goals by seeing somebody else have that. We can look at that and use it as a way to, use it as excitement. Like, that person has what I want, but I'm going to keep trying because that's what I want, and I know that that's going to make me happy. And I know that once I obtain that, or once I change that characteristic, whatever you're doing, that whatever your goal is, it's so important for you to remind yourself why you started, reset your mind, and watch inspirational videos on that, or look at those images to refresh your mind and feel confident that you can achieve those goals, because you are going to have burnout. You are going to have moments that you crash out. And maybe you can just write in your calendar those months to limit the amount of time that you focus on that goal. Maybe if you started focusing on, like, for example, uploading YouTube videos, that can become so much, and you can definitely get burnt out. But you can say, you know what, I can't upload a video every 3 days or every day because I feel like my quality is going down and I don't feel like I'm putting great content out. So I am going to stay consistent, and I am going to upload a video every week. So then you're not just stopping, and then once you kind of get that passion back, you can start again, and you can add 2 videos a week, 3 videos, and you'll actually use that as ways to increase the amount of practice that you have. You'll start to get faster. You'll start to know how to edit, how to communicate on the camera. There's so much improvements that come from trying. You don't just learn how to do things by just sitting there and thinking all day, or just reading everything and watching videos. You have to put the work in. Don't stop. And you know what your level of greatness is, and achieve your level of greatness. Don't give up and say it's not good enough. I tried it for 1 month, it didn't work out. You just got to keep going. You really got to keep going, and you'll slowly start to become an expert at the field. You'll slowly start to feel more confident. People are going to like your posts. People are going to love your videos, stuff like that. But whatever your goal is, you need to focus on that and become the best, do the best. When I personally had a goal to basically lose weight, lost weight and regained it. And that happens a lot. The moment I realized that I regained the weight, I didn't say that, okay, you know what, this is just me, whatever. I just was like, it's okay. I'm going to not worry about it, because I don't want to worry about it, because I'm still confident in my body. I'm still confident in myself. So what I want to do is just eat the good foods that I should be eating, and then just come back in a month and see if I lost the weight. And I did, because consistency is really what you need. So you don't panic because you're going backwards a little. You just take a moment and reevaluate the situation. Maybe if it's like weight loss that you're trying to do, now you need to just take out those junk foods, take out those cakes, take out all those excessive snacking, take out those impulsive moments where you're just like, I'm just gonna have that bag of chip, I'm just gonna have that cake, I don't care, I look good anyways. Yes, you do look great, but is it the higher version of yourself? Is that the weight that you want to be? If it is, that's great. If it's not, just be real with yourself through the whole process. Another thing in your journey that's going to help you significantly glow up and feel amazing about yourself is your glow. Your glow is going to make you feel like you can go out and do everything, and everything is great. You're going to feel so great about yourself. And that really happens from drinking water, eating greens, and also washing everything in your house. Like, I wash my makeup brushes, I wash my bed sheets, my pillowcases, everything, and I wash it a lot, almost OCD. But I also, just make sure that I'm doing the right things that's not going to cause breakouts and cause me to feel like I'm going backwards on my glow up journey. So it's so important to go ahead, go through your stuff that you might be putting direct contact. Like if you know that your makeup brushes are dirty, or if you know something's dirty, just make sure you clean it and make sure that it becomes part of your daily, well, not daily, because you don't want to be cleaning like daily, doing laundry, but it becomes part of your weekly chore. So if every Sundays you clean, make sure you just throw in those pillowcases, you throw in those bed sheets, you throw anything that needs to be cleaned should be cleaned at least once a week. Now, your makeup brushes, I'm not really too sure what exactly the date should be, but I would say if you used it quite often, just clean it every 3 days. I would say every 3 days would be good. And you can switch out, just make sure you have a lot of makeup brushes and whatever you use to just be able to kind of rotate through that. So important to wash your hair so frequently. Like I love to wash my natural hair, my wigs, any piece that's going on my head. I love to wash it as much as possible. Like my hair, I love to wash it every 3 days. I know that a lot of people say to wash your hair every week or something like that, but I love to do it every 3 days. And sometimes if I'm having a very long, crazy, stressful week, I even like to wash my hair every day. Yes, I said that, every single day. And it's so relaxing to put conditioner in your hair and to put shampoo and really just like relax. It's amazing. And if you're not really big on like putting shampoos and conditioners in your hair, go ahead and just condition your hair and then wash it once a week. But you have to do what works for you and what's going to cause less breakage. Sure that if you're putting wigs on, you are washing your wigs, because you don't want to put a wig on and then just keep putting it on and just keep putting it on and not washing the wig. So it's so important to keep everything clean, because you will feel great and you'll smell so amazing. So just kind of get into those clean habits and you'll start to love the way you look, the way you feel, because I know the best thing of my day is my showers. Like all my friends know, if I am doing a spa day, a nice little reset on Sundays or in the weekend, like I don't want to go out. I just want to stay home. I want to do my masses. I want to, do my, like wash my hair, deep condition my hair. I want to do all of those on Sundays, and even through the week, if I can squeeze something in. It's so relaxing, and just throw up your feet, and that's the best day. So those habits are going to create how you feel about yourself, how confident you are, how do you, feel about yourself when you go out into the world, because you feel so refreshed and you feel relaxed and rejuvenated. But it's also important to eat the right food, because you can be doing all the right things and then you can be breaking out every single day. So when that happens and you're doing all the things that you need to do, like all the products, all the stuff about cleaning, then you know that you actually need to kind of evaluate what you're putting in your body. Are you eating a lot of cheese? That is like a no-brainer for me. If I'm having pasta all week, are you, having cakes and cookies every single day? Is that like part of your check off? Like every evening after you have dinner, you have something extremely sweet? You need to kind of really look at what you're eating. But through the process, it's very important to understand that you might not understand what the cause is, but just keep looking and seeing what kind of food, and then of course go to a dermatologist and go to a esthetician for the help and everything like that. But it's so important to make sure you know what you can and cannot have. Another thing is add a lot of greens into your diet, because you will feel so energized. You'll feel like you can conquer the world. It's better than coffee, even though I still have a coffee, but I am slowly trying to get myself to drink more teas and stuff, because having more teas is so much better than coffee. But the feeling of coffee, of course, is amazing. But if you have a lot of greens and you stop eating those fatty foods like the French fries, the Big Mac. I'm a vegan, vegetarian, so I don't eat those products, but processed food makes me feel so different. And sometimes I just feel like I can't even explain how I feel. It's terrible. But when I have like a lot of salads and then I have a lot of good foods for your body, I feel so amazing. I sleep good. I wake up and I feel like I'm ready to conquer the world. So make sure that you are taking it serious. Your health is what's going to keep you going, and your health is really going to be, like, I would say, the number one thing. It is the number one thing about this whole journey of resetting yourself, reinventing yourself. If you're not putting in the right foods in your body, you're going to burn out faster. If you're not having the right nutritions, the vitamins, you're going to burn out faster, and your recovery time is going to be way longer. So you do want to go ahead and just cut out the junk. Even if you can't cut it out, just slowly cut it out, or just pass that aisle. Don't go in that aisle at all. And you will be happy with the results. So that's going to be one of the most quickest ways for you to just glow up and be more confident physically. But we have to also know that emotionally, mentally, all of those components are really what makes us confident and really changes who we are. So we do want to focus on that physical quality. You don't want to be vain and then just think that your whole glow up journey is going to be about your physical appearance, because trust me, when you have nothing up here, nothing to talk about, nothing floating, you're not going to feel confident. You're going to be the person who walks in the room that looks great, but you're going to be quiet. So make sure that your glow up journey is not just very vain and all about your outer appearance. Lastly, I want you to focus on ways that you feel confident during your journey and during your day. So in order for us to really glow up and feel great about ourselves, we do have to believe in ourselves. If we're constantly bumming ourselves down and saying all these negative things about ourselves, we're going to end up in this whole cycle of just, starting and quitting. So it's so important for us to not rely on like social media likes or like Instagram posts that, you put out and you get likes and comments. It's so important to feel good because you know that you're great, not because other people are telling you you're great. Don't look for outside validation. Outside validation is going to get you only so far, because the moment that you start to go back and you don't get those validations, you're going to crash. You're going to completely change who you are, and you're probably not going to feel the momentum to keep going. So it's important to jot down ways that you feel confident. So if you feel confident from maybe like, I love to go on walks, so that makes me feel rejuvenated and it makes me feel repowered. Like, those are the most amazing moments by water and all of that. If you get your powers, or you get your confidence and your feel good days from sitting in Starbucks, drinking coffee, or whatever it is, it's so important to know yourself, because the more you know yourself and the more you know what makes you feel great, you can do those activities when you're starting to have that burnout. So make sure in the ending you know yourself, because only you can fix yourself. No one else can do it for you. So I'm going to wrap up the ending of this video by saying, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys follow or look at, I think I might have the other video up here or here, but check out the other videos about reinventing yourself. This is definitely going to be motivational, inspirational for a lot of people. So I definitely hope that you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how your journey is going and what you want to change about yourself or what you would like to improve. Let's talk about it next time. Bye, guys.